You already know the vibe.
You're now in the mix with the Worldwide Sounds Records. DJ Chase, lock it in. You know the vibe.
1 2 1 2, man. We back. Another episode, another dope day. That's Sunday, the Butter Basic Show. We here. I am DJ Chase. REEMO MERAK in here. Butters, you know what it is. My guy Torres, I see you.
Said the truth that I live is a fight. No matter the obstacles I be facing, I be trying. It be hard, but I do my best, I'm striving. The weight of the world be tough, but I'm surviving. The time for myself is a must. Sometimes
like I said, we outside tonight. I'm in Queens tonight. Shillelagh Tavern, you know what it is. Shout out to MO, more bookings. I'm breaking new music today. I got a lot of new music today. This is Jay Renee. This one's called Best For Me. Best For Me. Let's go.
People I know, taking more chances these days.
Some nice Sunday vibes, a nice weather in August. Like I said, DJ Chase, DTFradio.com, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. every Sunday. We here. The Butter Basic Show. Let's go.
Said the truth that I live is a fight. No matter the obstacles I be facing, I be trying. It be hard, but I do my best, I'm striving.
We so active today. You know this, man. Follow me on that Instagram _DJ Chase __. That TikTok _DJ Chase. Let's work.
Myself to be costing all to everyone exhausting. Now I take more time for myself. Find what's important to my health.
You know what it is, man. A Butter Basic Show, DTFradio.com. Let's go.
I know, taking more chances these days. Life's choices, learning new
Some
ways.
vibes.
Starting with gentleness.
Whoa, once again, Jay Renee. This one's called Best For Me. I like this one. Some nice Sunday vibes. We here for the ladies. Let's go.
Said I'm taking what's cause I'm doing what's best forever. Life's too short to be stressed over things I can control in my hands. Choosing not to hold on to all things and letting go of toxic things. I just wanna be me, but I don't wanna be me if I can really be free. It's just not healthy, no. I take more time for myself. Find what's important to my heart. Cautious of spaces I go. If that means people I know, taking more chances these days. Life's choices, learning new ways. Starting with gentleness and grace. Taking more time.
I like this one. We here. Like I said, tonight I'm at Shillelagh Tavern, REEMO MERAK, and more bookings. Let's go.
I'm gonna take my time. Gonna give it all for me. The best way I live.
DJ Chase, Worldwide Sounds. Always breaking the hottest new artist. He's worldwide, going global.
Woo! The butcher coming, nigga. Brrr. Father, forgive us, but this the result. When niggas with hope stood in the kitchen with dope. Father, forgive us, but this the result. When niggas with hope stood in the kitchen with.
Let's go.
These rap. Father, forgive us, but this the. When niggas with hope stood in the kitchen with dope. These rappers off. I hear they.
My guy see more dope. Big Jersey. What's up, Benny the Butcher? I see you.
Nigga, you wanna be a boss? Well, that's the approach. You find a clique who got sticks, then get you some. Father, forgive us, but this. Father, forgive us, but this the result. Father, forgive us, but this the result. When niggas will hope stood.
That's what I do. Like I said, I am DJ Chase. DTFradio.com.
I rob myself in the discussion when mentioning coach. Nigga, you wanna be a boss? Well, this the approach. Father, forgive us, but this the result. When niggas
we here. See more dough. Big Jersey, what's up?
And picture the Pope. I rob myself in the discussion when mentioning ghosts. Nigga, Father, forgive us. Father, forgive.
Woo! Having fun on a Sunday. You know it is REEMO MERAK. I see you. What's up?
Father, forgive us, but this the result. Father, forgive us, but this the result. When niggas with hope stood in the kitchen with dope. These rappers off, I headed bars and picture the Pope. I rob myself discussion.
Whoa, let's go.
You wanna
Hold
be
on,
a
DJ
boss,
Chase,
well,
bring
this
it
the
back,
approach.
bring it back.
You find it. Father, forgive us, but this. Father, forgive us, but this the result. When niggas with hope stood in the kitchen with dope. These rappers off, I headed bars, but this the result. When niggas with hope stood in the kitchen with dope. These rappers off, I headed bars and picture the Pope.
There we go. Like I said, DJ Chase, my guy, see more dough.
You want
Benny the Butcher.
well, this the approach.
Like I said, I get them exclusives. I get them exclusives.
Dope. I bought a tank in the crib with a moat.
Whoa,
my
whoa.
thing so big, barely fit in my coat.
Whoa.
Now tell me this, why take your advice? I made myself a CEO with a plate full of white. I get your
like I said, the Butter Basics Show. Follow the Butter Basics Show on that YouTube. Butter Basics Show on that YouTube.
I hit a shooting shit, NBA grade, bullets end up anywhere.
But I'm dope, clips, man, that exclusive music. Like I said, I am DJ Chase.
How you really
know this man Butters. What's up?
They in the mob tell you, made.
That's a fact, nigga.
Let's go, nigga.
You already.
Where you at, Seymour? Let's go.
All right, here, nigga. Let's go. A broken soul from a broken home. Couldn't afford that Mr. Softy smack his hand, that's a broken cone. I worked the pot until I broke the stove. A broken soul from a broken home. Couldn't afford that Mr. Softy smack his hand, that's a broken soul from a broken home. 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 Couldn't afford a broken soul from a broken soul from a broken home. Couldn't afford that Mr.
My guy, see more dough. You know what it is. See more dough.
I broke the stove, and if the money wasn't right, grab the pipe.
Like I said, excuse me, this control in here is crazy.
With the broken,
you know this man, see more dough, Big Jersey, let's go.
I work the block until a mobile home. We talking codes on the mobile.
Let me pull that back, let's get it soon.
Saying dough, you got me higher than the poker nose. A broken soul
Hold
from
on,
a broken
DJ Chase,
home.
bring it back, bring it back.
That Mr. Softy smack his hand, that's a broken cone. I worked the pot until I broke the stove. And if the money wasn't right, grab the pipe and I broke a nose. I hit the spot with the broken stones. In Carolina, had the firework the block until a mobile home. We talking codes on the mobile phones. They calling back saying, dough, you got me higher than the poker nose. See, I don't know what's in my chromosomes. Something in me say, dough, smack this nigga out his pantaloons. Remember nights doing car thefts. Saying job bless, I just smack a nigga, keep the God bless. I tried following the Johns.
Like I said, see more dope, Big Jersey, what's up?
The walking far less, head and neck in case they wore vest. See, I would rather have the chicken than the beef.
Working.
Dope.
Like I said, that 50-year hip-hop is here. That 50th year hip-hop is here.
Welcome.
Yo.
Right. Listen up. Tick, tick, tock, tickety tock. You a whole dummy nigga out here running the block.
Yo, like I said, I'm breaking records.
Yo.
Exotic. This one's called TikTok.
Tick, tick, tock, tickety tock. You a whole dummy nigga out here running the block. Selling out to impress them niggas running your clock. You stupid dummy, take the two while reloading the block. Nigga old school clown, take the drop in the sock. Screaming hard on the nigga, they slaying that rock. Yeah, I'm a guy, push it on rock. Everybody can't tell they gotta walk with the talk. Tick, tock, tickety tock. You a whole dummy nigga out here running the block. Selling out to impress them. Welcome. Right. Listen up. Tick tock, tickety tock.
Like I said, new music.
Selling out to them niggas running your clock. Stupid dummy, tick tock.
Once again, she's kind of popular online too. Exotic, this one's called TikTok. LA, what's up? BX, what's good?
Yeah, I'm like, gotta keep that real shit on lock. Everybody fam, so they gotta walk where they talk. I can't tick tock, tickety tock. You a whole dummy nigga, I was running the block.
So everybody on that IG live, on that Facebook live, for everybody in here, you know what it is. Let's go.
Hold on, DJ Chase, bring it back.
On and it's nothing that slanging that rock. So on X, move like gotta keep the real shit on lock. Everybody fam, so they gotta walk where they talk. Yeah.
Like I said, the 50-year hip-hop, we're going to talk about that today, too. You know what it is, man. Once again, the Butter Basic Show.
Yeah.
DTFradio.com. We here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Many people tell me this style is terrific.
Then you niggas is bitches with long clips. But you not gonna be addressed with a long slip. Cause the females to the side.
Once again, we got special guests in here, Torres. You gonna drop some gems. You know what it is. We here.
Like a shit the real hit. Fuck the fire like you up, now we both lit. See you broken out the hammer, I was try to fix. Thinking no, I ain't a piece, cause my fucking teeth. Low titties, big fight, fucking beast, bitch. Think I'm lying, ask them niggas that I beat with. Never dig them up and start to hit deep in the grave pit. Think before you hop on toilet trying to take a shit. But I feel the flex, don't be shy, give me tips. Mother bitches, dog, feed them kipples in them bricks. Fuck the money, nigga, give a mad shot to tits. I'm wifey to this nigga, but address me as miss. 2, 3, go. Yeah.
Many people tell me this style is terrific.
One more time. Yeah.
Like I said, the 50th year hip hop, I'm showing love to the ladies. Let's go.
People tell me this style is terrific. Up in the Bronx, you might not live. Cause you're in.
Yeah. Molly. Bounce. I've been working too long, it's time to pay up. Nah, I ain't done, don't want the cuff and I don't lay up. Yeah.
Let's go. You know what it is, DJ Chase. The Butter Basic Show. We here. Follow DTF Radio on that YouTube, that DTF Radio Facebook, that download that DTF Radio app. Let's go.
Nah, I ain't done, don't want the cuff and I don't lay up. Even if I'm in my feelings, I keep it player. No time for setbacks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like I said, that No Sleep Molly McCoy. Produced by yours truly, DJ Chase, Worldwide Sounds Records. Let's go. I'm expensive.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't done, don't want the cuff and I don't lay up. Yeah.
You need a hitman, holla at me. You need a hit record, holla at me. Preto, I see you. King Preto, I see you.
I've been working too long, it's time to pay up. Nah, I ain't done, don't want the cuff and I don't lay up. Even if I'm in my feelings, I keep it player. No time for setbacks, take it all, it's time. I've been working too long, it's time to pay up. Nah, I ain't done, don't want the cuff and I don't lay up. Even if I'm in my feelings.
Like I said, Molly McCoy, what's up? Big Bronx in here.
Take it up, yellow, and I'm always about my still sexy. Popping out the leather, don't give up.
Once again, the Butter Basic Show. We got a dope show for y'all today. One more, then we gonna start this show, man.
Keep it smooth, they on snooze. If they thought I could lose, they can choose.
My guy Kevin Ventures, I see you. Kevin Ventures, I see you.
We was cool till you start jacking my moves. Need to trying to
get in the loop. Whoa.
Straight, ain't no time for mistakes. Still the hottest 7 songs, no album, no mixtape. I got my straight, ain't no time for mistakes. Still the hardest 7 songs, no album, no mixtape. No sleep, no I ain't getting no sleep.
Once again, call us up 347-721-3161.
I ain't getting no sleep. I've been working no day. I've been working no week. All week.
DJ Chase, Worldwide Sounds, always breaking the hottest new artists. He's worldwide, going global.
DJ Chase, drop that fiery.
Once again, we here. You know what it is, man. I'm breaking music, showing love to all the new artists. You know what it is.
Big chops, shake up the road, hold that, hold not do something. Big chops, shake up the road, hold that, hold not do something. Big chops, shake up the road, who that who not two sets of big split we spoke up the one fight that I want my kills. Big chops, shake up the room, who that who not two sets of big split we spoke up the one fight that I want my kills kill you. That's the course you go by the rules move.
Once again, we gonna start this show.
Let's go.
We gonna start this show.
Oh no, plus good tip to the but fuck that. We all over like the mud solo. Free code, that's my blood brother. Free Chimera and sludge. City breakers. Roll that high, smoke a nightcap. Next that gets to the bell like a reverse. Get poke much that it could kill you. What about goes, you'll kiss off a million. Solo, live like vocal kill it. Mental bug, they spent on what they enjoy.
Yeah. You know what it is, man. We here. Sunny So Fancy. Sunny So Fancy. Big Bronx. Let's go.
So I get up for they hold on, DJ Chase. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Retho, I see you. Big Harlem. What's up? Broadway, Amsterdam, Lennox, 7th. Let's get into 8th.
Get up for they loot.
Let's go.
Riding for us, ain't to the radio crew. Wanna be around me, trying to get all of my loot. And on my ruthless, so I know they gon' shoot.
Butters, you ready?
Yeah.
Butters over here jamming today. You know this. When Butters is smiling, you know I'm doing a good job.
Riding for us, ain't to the radio crew. Wanna be around me, trying to get all.
My girl, be nonchalant. I see you. What's up, mama?
So I know they gon' shoot. Why they all the same? Man, these boring. I'm back out, I'm touring. Fancy kicking them doors and talking out they mouth real. Pull it out. I can wait. Every better proceed with caution. Like this one post I gotta knock out. She dissing on the internet. I showed out what chat about. If I had her once, I promise I can get another round. He pulled up to my car wash.
Torres, what's good?
Down like always on go like what? I heard it in a second. I don't give a. If you spend a little money, let her run my butt.
DJ Chase, drop that fire.
Rule number 1, treat these like tricks. Trick that out the crib after a couple of licks. Like his phone all in the stick, so he ain't taking no pics.
Like I said, we got a dope show for y'all today, man. Torres in the building.
I feel like Sunny So Fancy. All his diamonds is dancing. This try to romance me, but I don't even care. So let me make it clear. I'm only f***ing with you if you put it in the air. I don't know what these been told.
Shout out to everybody on IG Live too, man. What's up?
That man all in the garbage, time to take out the trash. He too busy pillow talk instead of chasing that bag. She his girlfriend bad as for confidence when she lag.
Whoa,
both together,
whoa,
ain't no need for brag. No. Think he Timothy, I looked at him like, please come show me what you work with. Down on no fours like hands and knees. Baby think he rolling, maybe another team or a different league. Sorry, had to bet you no broke from me, now that's what like.
What is you ready?
Let me keep it real. He don't really want you, baby girl. He tryna cop some pill, don't hate the play and hate the game. You said,
yo. Yo. Hey.
Let me hear you on the mic real quick, Chase.
Check 1, 2. I sound good the whole time.
Let me see. Let me have a little echo on your joint.
Yeah, do a little something.
I can hear it. No.
I mean, we can hear you.
Speaker. That's why.
Oh, okay.
1, 2. There we go.
Now that's much better. Chase, tell the people where they can find you and why they should look for you.
Because I'm expensive. I'm very, very expensive.
That's a deterrent.
Yeah. And he's a Republican.
I'm a Republican, expensive Republican.
That's a deterrent number 2.
Yo.
DJChase.net.
We're starting.
Yo, REEMO, who advertises that they're expensive Republicans?
Yo, DJ Chase do.
You gotta get to the point.
Get to the point. Worldwide Sound Records, we get to the bag. We get to the point.
Listen, DJChase.net, DJChaseRadio.com, or my Instagram _DJ Chase.
And he has to do.
You know this. Yeah.
And he got to do Republican bangs on the table.
Oh, awesome.
Pause.
Was that him doing that?
That was him doing that. That was DJ Chickadee Chase.
What's up, Butters?
Chickadee.
He's feeling really good. I miss all of you guys. You know,
word, son.
I actually, when I watched the show last week, in my own privacy, I was like, God, goodness gracious. Who am I going to get in trouble with? not a motherfucking body.
You not tired of us yet?
No, I'm just saying,
Thank
like
God.
the things that we were saying. Well, me and Remo was saying, and then Chase was trying to break up what we were saying, but we said what we said.
I wasn't trying to break it up. It would have lasted way longer.
Understand? No, I get it. You know, Remo's a very opinionated young man.
Yes, I am.
Of a melanated delicacy.
Yes, I am.
Delicacy.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Here we go. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go.
Let's go. Everybody that's tuned in right now. This is the Butters Basic Show, and as you know, it's the platform for the unknown to get known, as well as anger management for the diaspora. You can check both hashtags and also check out the hashtag Butter is always in the mix. It's really awesome to be here. We're internationally local, regularly at DTF Radio.
Word.
You know, if you want to follow me on the gram at Butters, Butters, Basics, Basics, Show, SHOW.
Yes.
And to the left of me, the best of me.
Yo,
MERAK.
you already know what it is. Co-host of the co-host.
Oh, he needs his
You already know when the high goes, the neighborhood Ruger spreads, social dreams of hip hop. REEMO MERAK. August 24th. It's different.
Yeah, he has an album coming out, Butters.
I realized, you know, maybe Remo, you should show up to my boy Punch Dollars is having something called Dime Fest.
What's that?
Dime Fest is happening August 19th on a Saturday.
Yeah, I'll pull up.
Yeah, I think you guys will really enjoy it. I'm
Okay.
gonna make sure that Punch comes up here probably next week to you know, talk about it.
Oh, Punch is the guy. Shout out to Punch.
Yeah,
Man.
definitely. It's gonna be
QGTM,
you know,
that's
he's
a
always
Queens
sponsored by Bel Air. And it's going to be dope because what Punch is doing is basically a celebration of all of the women of the tri-state that want to pull up and be all they can be in a space with their ladies and celebrate and also accentuate their brands. Dime Fest. Why not? Don't you feel type dimey today?
Is that with my homegirl Dime?
No, I'm not sure who it's with, but it's going to be, I'm going to be
there. We're going to check it out. Yeah, we're going to be there.
And aside from that, it's going to have a plethora of ladies there.
Community D.
Time out,
Community,
Remo.
yes.
Remo, how do
Did
ladies
you
look?
just say Community D?
Y'all know about all that. Community
so
P,
done.
he means.
No, Community D, Community. Remo's back at it. Free agent. You heard? I'm the Community D. You heard?
How attractive do you think that'll be to ladies?
Listen, don't you ever disrespect me. You heard?
Community D.
Yo, I know where you got that from too.
No.
That guy,
Yo,
is it Nems?
shout out to Nims. Yo, this shit is mad funny. Don't you ever disrespect me.
Hilarious.
Don't you ever disrespect me. You heard?
I don't know if he comes off with. For those that don't know,
Yo, shout out to Nims, yo.
You know, the internet is undefeated.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot going on.
Throughout the course of the week till we get here, we have so many things to review that's just absolutely bonkers on the internet. Like the things that people see and say and what they record. And my cousin, she rides to the Bronx to go to work. Mm-hmm. And on the train, she'll send me. Shout out to my cousin Kimberly when she watches this.
Shout
I know
out to
she's
Kimberly.
gonna be like,
you could be of the Community D community too. You
said-
heard? Don't you ever disrespect me.
All right, here we go.
She sends me pictures of the craziest stuff online. Like she'll see men in bathing suits with earrings on, sitting with combat boots, and send me that. And I'm like, what stop are you at? Only thing I'm curious about is what stop on the train is that? So I can know.
Wait, time out. But is you checking out the great sweatpants? Are you checking them out?
Oh, what for the summertime?
Yeah.
I don't talk to nobody in sweatpants in the summertime. I already know you a musty dusty. Unless you was going to the laundromat or something like that. There is absolutely no reason why.
But Cradle was in sweats though.
When?
Not even. The other
Look,
guy,
I mean, like when?
You wasn't here with the other guy.
Listen, the ladies, no matter
Ruger
what,
Spray is here today.
ladies are always gonna be looking at. We have different ways of looking. You don't have to have on a sweatpant. You can have on a basketball short. You can have on jeans. Like, you guys like to wear jeggings now, so like it's making life a whole lot easier. Anyway,
Jeggings are nice though. They comfortable.
I don't have a problem.
I wear my extra tight joints. I ain't got no butt, so
Let
my
me
joints.
find out.
I wear my extra,
Everything to the front.
Yeah, everything to the front.
Okay.
I keep it.
Yo,
Front is all good.
That goes crazy.
Yo, sitting to the left of me, the best of me, REEMO MERAK. Where can they find you?
You already know. You can find me on Instagram at REEMO MERAK _ as well as the website REEMOMERAK.com. Go to Audio Mac right now. The pre-sale is out for Back to the REEMO.
Well, it's out. It's out on certain platforms.
It's on. It's on
Bandcamp.
Yes, it is.
Audio Mac.
Yes,
so
it
what
is.
is the that's out?
Oh, the album, the Back to the REEMO Volume 1. This is the
exactly what it is.
This is the first skit comedy album that I've done, under the REEMO MERAK brand. And I'm just happy to do it. Actually, what's kind of crazy, just to speed it up real quick, we was actually supposed to drop this beginning of this year, but then, things with Chase and myself and Worldwide Sound Records, our ascension with our brands, came at a fast pace. So, so right now, I think after I got off my tour, after I got off my hosting tour, back to the REEMO hosting tour, when I was hosting and going out of town, Chase came back. When I got back in town, he's like, yo, big fella, gotta get to work. You gotta record this. So I was like, all right, cool. Then we finally got to it. I think we banged it out like one night. So we did
So you did your whole
album. Yeah. It's 9 tracks, but the thing is, it's different because I'm not singing and rapping. So
it's all comedy.
It's like me, like, all right, pretty much you follow me on Facebook.
Yeah.
So a lot of the rants and shit sarcastic shit I've said on Facebook, now it's in the album. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, it's gonna be very interesting.
Thanks, REEMO. Tell them where they can find you one more time.
One more time, you already know what it is. Follow me at REEMO MERAK _ on Instagram and TikTok, and as well as go to REEMOMERAK.com for everything. And like I said, man, August 24th, it drops on all streaming platforms right now. It's out right now on pre-sale. Back to the REEMO Volume 1. You heard?
And what about the Cuts podcast?
Oh, yeah. Also, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Jeez, I'm an idiot. The Cuts podcast, you know what I'm saying? Definitely catch that. All streaming platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon Music, DJ Chase Radio. Also, too, Reem TV is back. It's a different style format, though. It's not interview-based. Shout out to Chase on that one, too. The alley-oop. Sure. He put the battery in my
Chase,
backpack.
You are truly appreciated.
Yes, he is.
All right. And now sitting to the left of REEMO.
Let's go.
The best of REEMO. Our guest in the studio today.
Yes.
I contacted Mr. Torres. You can follow him at Torres1PR. Let him explain to you who he is and why you should follow. This is going to be a really great conversation. And I know you probably are not prepped for the type of, that we coming with. But we're going to get into it because he talks about finances, credit, restoration, right? I can't wait. Go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all on this beautiful Sunday.
Yes.
And I also want to have this to be a celebration of life. Because not everybody had the opportunity to wake up this morning. And, unfortunately, a brother of ours, a best friend for 28 years, unfortunately, passed away this past Tuesday on a motorcycle accident.
My condolences.
So thank you. Our brother, our friend, Jerron Lowndes. So I want to make sure that, that everything that we do, what I'm saying, is to restore his legacy, keep his name alive for himself and his daughter, and just appreciate life. And, if you guys have friends, family, colleagues that you truly care for, check on your peoples, because you never know when it's the last time. And it sounds redundant and it sounds, kind of repetitive per se, but it doesn't really affect you until you go through it yourself. So don't let that happen. Don't let that potentially have you live with regret without being able to right your wrongs or be able to have a good relationship with somebody that passed away or anything like that. So just make sure you check on your peoples. You know what I'm saying? On a happy note, we're going to celebrate life on that note on behalf of my brother Jerome.
And I also want to add to that, we always thank the ancestors here at the show for allowing us a pathway to be here in the now and giving us the opportunity to actually pave another pathway for others to come behind us and be here for their now, then present, future, past. This is all one. My condolences for the passing of your friend.
That's a fact.
I'm sure he lived a long and happy life, even though you may think, okay, too soon.
Mm-hmm.
A higher power says now.
And the physical is 44 years, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, we on God's time, you know what I mean?
That's
so I'm not going to
fact.
question stuff,
And so, with God's speed, like I said, thanks to the ancestors for bringing us here together today to have these conversations that enlighten and give life to conversations about all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
below,
All
as
right.
as above, so below.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know, is there I don't know what's wanted me to ask you, but like, is there like a religion that's guiding you to your through your pathway, or are you a spiritual person?
So I was born and raised in a Christian household. You know what I'm saying? So my mother was Pentecostal, Puerto Rican. So they are Christian, foundation, but Pentecostals tend to be a little more aggressive with the ladies have to wear skirts on a certain thing and can be of the worldly thing. So I came up in that aspect from a very Puerto Rican Latino household.
Yeah.
And then on my own, I went to a Methodist church, you know what I'm saying, also Christian as well. So when I was younger, I went to church like 7 days a week, like Monday night youth group, Tuesday night, choir, Wednesday night Bible study, Friday night, chill at the church, and then twice on Sundays to my nice Methodist church with my nice beautiful Caucasian folks. And then I went to from 1 to 5 to Spanish church with my Latinos and such. You know what I'm saying?
It was rolling around on the ground at one of them churches.
All that. So I came up with that as a foundation. You know what I mean? So I don't practice as much as I used to, but I still do have a believe in God and a higher power. And I do believe that what I'm saying, that Jesus Christ is our savior. But I am open to other people's religions and outlooks. That just because I might have been on a Christian belief doesn't make it
Doesn't
right for me.
stagnate
Yeah,
you into one box.
I doesn't, because my thing is in terms of like Islam or Judaism or any of the other of the oldest religions. I believe that they all are talking to a God. We're just going about it different ways. So I don't let that deter me.
So interesting, factoid about you. You were actually on television before.
Correct.
On T.I.'s Grand Hustle.
Yes.
Can you give me a piece of an experience of that what made you want to be compelled to doing that? Because just to let people know a little background about you and how you got to where you are today as the entrepreneur that you are, you always was in hustle mode.
Correct.
And so to get on to Grand Hustle, they were looking for what?
It was very random. So one day, it's a very long story, so I'm gonna condense it. So long story short, one day it's mad late. I'm on Facebook and I see an advertisement that says, "Do you have what it takes to hustle?" I was like, "Absolutely. That's what I that's what I embody. You know, the hustler spirit, like
You
Jay-Z
didn't
said."
want to get on TV necessarily. It was
we didn't know. I mean, we had no idea. It just says, "Do you have what it takes to hustle?" So I make sure. So I wound up going on Facebook, do an advertisement with no lie that took me about 2 hours to complete, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. I have nothing better to do at 12 o'clock at night on a Facebook ad. Wind up doing it. 3 weeks later, I get a phone call from a Cali number, right? So I'm thinking it's one of my Cali peoples, you know what I'm saying, with the greenery, 420 shit. Oh, she got a number. You know what I'm saying? So it wound up being, "Oh, how you doing? I'm calling from 51 Minds. It's a television network, a broadcasting company, some of that sort that deals with TV. Did you put in an advertisement for something about hustling?" I'm like, "Yeah." Initially, I clicked. I'm thinking, "Yo, it's the feds, it's the boys. They trying to get me out here." You know what I'm saying? They called back and they were like, "No, we're actually from a legitimate thing." So long story short, they wound up interviewing me for 15 minutes. Did a second interview for 30 minutes. Did a Skype interview for 30 minutes. After 3 interviews, I got invited to come to Atlanta, did another day of interviewing. And then a day after that, I come to find out that I was picked out of 10,000 applicants, one of 16 folks, to be on T.I.'s first television show called The Grand Hustle on BET.
What do you think made you stand out as the contestant that made it to?
I think I was just being my authentic self. So when I was talking to the person that was doing the interview via Skype, I was on time. She's like, "Oh my God, thank you for being on time. Nobody else was. Thank you for reading the parameters in terms of the way."
Take it for joke.
Yeah, I'm saying. So I'm very what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very
studious.
Like, even right now, like you said, be here at 2. I was here at 1:55 and I was bugging. It's like, to me, like 15 minutes early is on time.
I love being late for early.
Yeah, word. You know what I'm saying? I just got to set the proper expectation because I would want people to be on time for my events and what I got going on. So that is to be expected.
The same respect.
Absolutely. So time is a barometer of respect. If someone doesn't value your time, they don't value you. You know what I'm saying?
And then after you being on the show, right? Ex post facto, after the fact, how did you find life was after the fact of being on television?
It was cool because it like further legitimized everything that I was already doing. So like a lot of my professional acumen comes from sales. So I was selling cars. I was at AT&T as a manager. So I've always been in the sales. I've been a legacy operator for cannabis for over 20 years. The definition of a legacy operator is somebody that has been in the sale or distribution of cannabis 5 years, 5 years more prior to it being legal in that particular state. So I've been legacy cannabis for 20 plus years. Everything that I was already doing, especially with the music, just further reiterated my legitimacy. Not only in New York, but outside, like so in Texas, in Florida, in Georgia, in the Midwest, where a lot of people, kind of see TV or the television or the tube a lot. I got recognized in a lot of places. So when I went to South by Southwest, when I was in Houston, when I was in ATL, like I would go to Walmart, so people would be like, "Oh, yo, it's the baby oil king. Yo, let me get a picture."
They remember you.
It's crazy. And you know what I'm saying? It was humbling and it was dope.
And now you can take all of that that you've learned as well as experienced and pour it into what at this point?
Well, currently, right now, I mean, I do wear many hats, but strategically, two of my babies are my companies, right? So in 2020,
You can call them your babies.
Oh, they are my babies, 100%.
Okay.
So in March 2020, I had caught COVID, right? So I was one of the first people that in my immediate circle that caught the CV, that thing, right?
You caught the flu.
I caught whatever they want to call it, right?
You got a cold.
Yeah. So I caught that thing, and then I was working in the automotive industry, and then I'm like, you know what? I caught it at the job. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go back because I don't want to put my health at risk, compromised.
So you had to find and maneuver a way.
How to figure it out. So I've always had an interest in finances and money and things of that nature. So I wound up, seeing an ad online, and I wound up white labeling a software to open up my own credit repair company. So on May 4th of 2020, One PR Credit Solutions LLC was established as a limited liability corporation based out of New York State. And then fast forward, 3.5 years later, I've helped over 200 people successfully, reach, credit scores upwards of like 700, damn near 800, and even more than me. So it's very gratifying that I can help people change the trajectory of their lives when it comes to credit and financial literacy and education. Specifically people of color, my African American Latino folks.
And now here we are into the knowledge of, what you've learned about how money works, credit works. This is what I wanted. So I'm a data analyst and an anthropologist, right? And what I've come to see happen throughout our society, right, is mismanagement, and then folks that manage to just scrape by, and opportunities that come to people through those things happening to them, and then figuring out like, okay, this is what I got to do. This is what's now that we're moving into a reset of how financial systems will be working for the elites. How will it work for the disappearing middle class?
It's gonna
not to say that you're gonna be, but you like my correspondent right now for because I've been studying some things about this.
Yep.
Fed Now is here.
Yeah.
Right. They killed the Cash App dude. Got rid of him.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, it's the reality.
But this is how I do my research. Like, okay, so y'all gonna just kill the Cash App dude. X amount of cryptocurrency dudes just washing up on shores, on beaches, and you could go into the ocean and take their yachts and things like this. Oh, a lot of folks done died, right?
Yep.
And so we are looking at this now like, wait a minute. Jamaica got the jam decks. How does that affect the push cart people? The people that's hand to hand exchanging, how the money flows hand to hand. And now here we are still knowing how the system worked in the initial portion of things. Now we going into the new joint that nobody invited anybody into the inner sphere of understanding. It's just going to be handed to you, and this is just how it's going to work. From what I understand, it's going to be a humongous monitoring system.
Like China currently has.
Okay, so we're in the know.
Yeah, for sure.
Together.
I mean, the thing about it though, when you ask the initial question on how we're gonna progress
Yeah.
with the middle class, it's going to have a higher distinction between the elite and the poor. So that middle class will slowly decrease, and there will be a larger poor population, and then less of the elite. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
didn't think you was gonna get to it quick like that.
Oh no,
Just
100%. But I study this. Like people used to call me a conspiracy theorist. But the thing about it though, a theory is something you can't prove, and a lot of this stuff is provable. It's just that people are not taking the proper steps to find out the knowledge and educate themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, you sound like a data analyst such as myself.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you know, at the end of the day, it's beautiful to have these kind of conversations with people that are on a kind of similar wavelength and on the same frequency to be able to have these conversations because you know a lot of folks don't really want to hear it because they feel no matter what they do, they have nothing they can do about it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like
they just gonna go along with the go along.
But that's part of the plan. Like the powers that be want that. They want to suppress their information. They want to keep the sheep and the cattle because then it's easier to control that way. So if I can do nothing about it, okay, cool. Like it's easier for them to do what they got to do, implement these Fed now, these central bank digital currencies. You know what I mean? Like people don't even understand the way money works now, let alone with cryptocurrency
Hold
and
on,
blockchain.
let me pause you though.
Yeah.
My thing is, and this is just on me, right? I won't, hold anybody else to this. With the understanding that we do have, and the folks that we got on the team knowledge about it, now those folks got to advance to figure out the university schooling that's never been offered to anyone else about the new joints that's coming in regarding this situation. So now, if they didn't believe you before on how to fix this and get this in order and this and that, how hard is it going to be to get them to understand what you overstand about what's happening now with the new shit?
I mean, it's extremely difficult. Most folks, again, to reiterate, they don't even know how the current monetary system works, and it's all theft, right? Money is.
You saw it happen. They had the big millionaires standing outside of the Signature Bank. You saw them standing outside of the bank, waiting like regular people.
It gets deeper than that. You know what I mean? Because
talk about it.
It's
we
theft.
Here for this.
It's theft. The way money works.
Whenever,
Copy. I'm a huge finance guy. Now you speaking my language. But with that being said, Tori, let me ask you the question.
Let me find out to turn my little phone this way. Yo, for anybody that's listening right now, guys, we're talking your language.
Right.
We're talking how you talk, how we supposed to talk to each other. This is not like I've specifically wanted to do this because when we got our people on the inside for these types of conversations, we need to appreciate what they have to offer about the things that they have been in the circles of those that have been around, in the circles of those that know, like you can't just wake up and just epiphany. You could have an epiphany, but you got to correlate it. Chase, say what you wanted to say, love.
No, I'm gonna ask like the finance system and the government conspiracy. So I'm gonna get your opinion. That's what I want to ask. So Torres, all right. So like even like with the stock market and stuff like that, what do you think? Like digital currency, you think is gonna just be here to stay, or they're gonna get rid of cash, or in a sense where like stocks and bonds and gold, money's not backed by anything. They're just making up money as they go along. Do you think it's going to shift towards socialism, more or less?
Yeah, so you got a couple questions in there, right? So in regards to like the stock market and all the other good stuff, all that stuff is artificially inflated by the powers that be. Like you got people like JP Morgan Chase, they own like 80% of Ethereum, right? How does like one entity own like 80% of how many billions of dollars that like Ethereum is worth as a cryptocurrency blockchain? You know what I'm saying? So that in itself can tell you that they move units. You got people like BlackRock who own like 90% of the world.
And that just tells me that basically everybody else was on the in while everyone else was on the not in.
Well, it's made up. That's why.
But who's making it up?
BlackRock owns $15 trillion in assets. 15 trillion in assets. That's like more than most countries have in their GDP put together.
But I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Whenever I hear, and I got to say this out loud for the world, 1 million is 999,999 plus one more dollar.
Yep.
1 billion is 999,999,000 plus one more dollar.
Correct.
1 trillion is 999,999,999,900 plus one more dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is measuring this shit when you tell me $15 trillion is a real number? These folks ain't working in real numbers with humanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just keeping it funky. This is not humanely possible to sustain humanity that somebody has that and another person is a thousandaire.
Mm.
And then we really think that this is going to make sense when the nonsense is coming from those that have superlatively dominated and created every underwriting situation for how the money works.
I mean, this goes back hundreds of years when like the monetary system in Europe with the international bankers, like the United States right now, whatever, like they get the money from the Federal Reserve. Like the Federal Reserve is not federal and there's not a reserve in it, right? So these are just a bunch of people along the world that have been in cahoots for each other since the beginning of like paper money, and even before that, when they measured it with a stick. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Even before that, when we used to trade with shells.
Correct.
Cowrie shells.
Right.
Listen, to everyone that's listening right now and in the realm of this reality, all we're doing is having a little conversation with us brothers and sisters about reality. We know you got a mortgage to pay. We know you got a car note. We know you like the finer things. We know
like
that
shrimps.
you like scrimps.
I like squimps.
With a K or a C?
Okay.
There's a lot of things that go. There's a lot of like
Yes.
levels to it. You know
But
what I'm
the
saying?
thing is that because we love these luxuries so much that used to be things tradable, we regular people don't trade amongst each other. We exchange with the currency, forgetting that we are the currency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's another conversation that we could get into, because you know what I mean. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole because there's different things.
That's cool.
But like, but currency in
your
itself, though.
understanding, go ahead.
What I'm saying, currency in itself, like money is fake. What I mean by that is like money is printed with nothing backing it. Then they charge interest on it, and then they tax it.
Yep.
So where is that coming from? That shit is like the equivalent of like I dream a genie, I rub a lamp, and someone comes out that shit, whatever, right? The money is fake. It's fake. We give it the value. We give it the value. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my thing, once you understand that money, the monetary system as a game, and you start becoming an adept player on how to play the game,
How to play the game.
and getting your credit up and utilizing your credit as leverage to use the bank's money, getting minimal interest rates, being able to buy properties, knowing how to put things into LLCs, trusts,
Would
S corps, C corps, and stuff like
somebody
that.
be choosing to put themselves in a dangerous position to play in the game, or is it just something that's common knowledge for everyone to just accept that this is the way that the Matrix
I mean,
works?
ignorance is bliss, right? In the Matrix,
Yes.
right? When he's eating at the table, one of the agents, he's like, "Oh, the Matrix is telling me that this steak tastes good." You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do we know what a filet mignon ribeye tastes like that costs $100 if it wasn't like such highly favored, as opposed to something that you can get for $1? Like the Matrix, the people around it, we give it the value, we give it the prestige. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you have two ways to live your life. Either you could try to go against the grain, right, which would be very difficult, or you could work within the construct and then make changes from the inside out. You can't do it from the outside in. If you want to make a change, if I want to be able to help out my African American and my Latino folks and educate them and empower and enlighten them about financial literacy, I have to work within the construct. I got to know what they know, learn the science, learn the math, learn the algorithms, and then from the inside change it. I can't go against the grain. I'll never win.
So
These are powerful entities that no matter what, we will never go. I'm talking about like the Rothschilds, these names that have been around for years. They're the ones that started your modern day international banking system that to this day they own. To this day.
Will there ever be and we know that it's crazy.
It's
So
crazy.
like us understanding that these systems are created by an external entity of self. If we were a conglomerate
Mhm.
that tried, like say for example, and I would even give that example of BRICS, because BRICS is all BRICS. You know what I'm talking about?
Brazil,
Yes.
Russia,
Even
India.
they who have made their way out per se from underneath the thumb of that
America.
control of NATO, which is that it's the system. Once you understand how the system has been designed and how it works, BRICS is like an option of creating their own methodology on how to dominate the system.
It's also kicking a man while he's down because they know that the U.S. is having a lot of trouble
Oh, yeah.
globally. So my thing is like
Son.
they already anticipate. Oh yeah, you know you don't fucked up, right? So that being said, they trying to just like try to get out before it's like too late.
But not just that, create new heroes. Creating new heroes. Prime Minister Modi from India just came over here politicking with criminal Biden. Oh, sorry, your President Biden. I don't know. I knew you voted for that.
Well, typically in the past, I've voted Democrat, right? But then at this point in
We'll
time,
figure out.
well, no, I mean, my thing is deeper than that because Nas said on the record one time, he said, "Who you gonna elect? Saying is saying. In the hood, nothing is changing." You know what I'm saying? So, like at this point, it's not even it's not about red state, blue state. All that shit is a distraction. That's a distraction.
Tell him again.
Yep.
All that's a distraction from what's going on right now, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
Like what's going on, like what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
No one talks about. Very, very seldom do you have people come across conversations.
Well, you're not gonna go on other radio shows that's actually doing that. I seen you on the business joint.
Or Chris Gotti.
Big them up.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Gotti, Adventures Music, Murder Inc. My man Don De Niro, giving them the business podcast, whatever. They gave me the opportunity to go on their podcast and speak on a 2-part series for an hour and a half on not only personal credit but also business credit, which I actually did help out Chris personally and got him damn near 800. He's been super appreciative.
Why should people look for you when it comes to talking about how this money works and how finances is advancing into the reset?
Well, besides myself, obviously having really good credit, which I could go on several different sites.
Then you heard me just sending on a lot of good credit.
What? Say who? The what?
Nothing. The ladies heard me.
The ladies can say whatever they want, though. But
the ladies that's listening, you got really good credit. You said say whatever.
Silly rabbit tricks are for kids.
Oh,
that's my credit.
Damn it!
Only person that's gonna be able to utilize the benefits of that is one day when they got a ring on it and then Miss Torres. Other than that, I don't trick. I got too much to offer. I know my value.
Excuse me, it's not tricking if you got it right.
I ain't got it like that.
Oh,
I got a little something, not like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But why they should listen to me? Because I'm walking proof, I'm evidence that it can be done because I embody it, I live it, I am that, right?
Yes.
And then also you could, fact check and vet the 200 plus people that I've helped out in the past 36 months that have has amazing scores. You can go on Google, you can look at my reviews.
Do you help them maintain these scores?
I do, yes. Not only do I help them fix their scores or improve their scores, I also educate them on how to maintain it themselves. Because my goal is to just utilize my services for 3, 6, 9 months tops. And then after that, you no longer need me anymore because I fixed it for you and showed you how to not only fix it but maintain it. So now you could empower yourself, others to do the same thing.
And they don't necessarily know about these things that we just spoke about.
No,
right?
that's
a whole nother.
That's much deeper. Right now, with surface level stuff, we're talking about basic stuff with credit repair. Business credit is a little more intense, but the stuff that we're talking about, that's like rabbit hole, Alice in Wonderland, Matrix, Neo type shit. You know what I'm saying?
And if you was to actually discuss these things, it'd probably impede the progress you're trying to make too. Because when people hear about this type of disclosure, it absolutely blows their minds. And we're only scraping the tip of the iceberg.
But my thing is you have two options. You could accept it and learn more about it, or just stay oblivious to it and not worry about it. But see, if you stay oblivious and not worry about it, you're making the matrix, or you're making the higher the powers. You're making it easy for them to do their evil deeds, right? But if all of our folks, people of color, and our people in our communities, You know, real communities, as we spoke on the phone the other day, if we were to make those and educate one another and enlighten one another, and we know more about this, we'd have more purchasing power. We'd have more assets. You know, it's scary. Like, for example, that little young boy, Kai Sinet, whatever, right?
Fantastic that you went into that, because that definitely was.
But that's just a small microcosm of what could be done if the power could be utilized the right way. Unfortunately, the youngins was wilding and they took it to another level. But that just shows you that a YouTuber / Twitcher, former Twitcher YouTuber, has that much of an effect that could make a post and have 10,000 youngins bug out in a matter of like less than 24 hours. So that shows you.
We're gonna jump right into that, right? Because that is one of the topics
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we wanted to discuss today. The type of power that that young man had when the news, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, shorty, y'all trying to say that that's only 1,000 people? That's at least 5,000 people out.
Several
Five.
thousand.
That's at
Five.
least. That's it. I'm just
Are you out of
saying.
your?
All I'm saying is
Yo,
that was at least 5,000.
Yo, Union
people.
Square has not looked like that since like the 70s, dog. That
And
that was more than 5,000. That was a good. You could say
10,000
yes,
people.
yes,
Easy.
yes.
And here's the thing about it. Without a directive or a specific narrative that he was spinning than just the giveaway, do you know the type of leadership with the, you know, that he could have showed with that instead of just ending up in a police van leaving out?
Yeah, I mean the kid's relatively young. Again, he's a Twitcher, he's a YouTuber, right? So that probably wasn't like he probably didn't anticipate that being that crazy in that fashion. But that kind of reminds me, was the movie with Malcolm X movie, and
With the finger.
when he goes like this,
Yeah, he's like everybody.
and then everybody starts moving in
already
one
know
way,
the
and then the
exit.
police officer says, "Man, how can one man have all that power?" Like the powers that be, the matrix system, they're scared of that because once African American, Latinos, and people of color, once we realize that we actually have the power to do that on a regular basis, it goes against like the narrative of what they're trying to portray. Because if you look at it, though, let's keep it real. The white Anglo-Saxon is the minority. They're the minority, like your traditional WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. They're starting to get diluted because everybody's in interracial marriages and whatnot, whatever. Shout out to all the Latino in Central America that's coming to this country as well, doing their thing.
And you know, the way that they talk about, I have to say us in the immigration situation here in America is like
This whole country
it's
is built on
kinda-
immigrants.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's kind of wild. Like, you mad because what? Because people are being housed? You're mad because America's actually being the melting pot that it was designed to be? How about you tell your officials, pay you homeowner to house some folks and assimilate and acculturate people so that way you don't have to pay a mortgage directly.
But okay, how about that?
Does
right?
it make sense what I'm saying?
It does make sense. So you have that same mindset, but then my thing is these folks over here, right? If there's such a job shortage as they say post CV-19, right?
Yeah.
Then why don't we utilize these people that are willing to work and let them start assimilating into the United States and have them pay taxes and pay their quote unquote debt to society?
They already given them driver's licenses and all that.
Yeah, they
so
gave them
why
jobs
not?
and everything, and they put the kids in schools. Like,
But
why not?
But ultimately speaking, that helps the U.S.'s bottom line.
oh yeah, by far.
You know what I'm saying?
By
So my
far.
thing is, why would you not
Because
want to
gotta-
cultivate that?
Because they have to, certain folks that's in power got to present it as if it's hurting the culture of America when they're sadly missing what the culture of America has originated itself to be.
Well-
This is what y'all started off saying. Y'all taught me in elementary school this is a melting pot.
Right.
And this current status right now, respectfully, not even because I'm Hispanic Latino, but not that many people work harder than Central American, Mexicans, Salvadorians. Them people work ridiculous.
Excuse me, have you not seen the empty constructions going on in certain places across America because of rules that they've been setting in
You
about
take them out
Hispanic
you
people
take
leaving?
them out the ecosystem. No one's breaking their back doing what they're doing to get lettuce and vegetables and stuff in these fields
And
and stuff
picking?
like that. Though nobody's doing that. Take them out the ecosystem and let someone else do it. How much is your salad and your vegetables at Stop and Shop and fucking Whole Foods gonna cost? Right? Take Hispanic out the ecosystem. See what happens to America. Do that.
Well,
do
can
that.
I say something in this topic?
Yes, he can.
Well, it's not about.
Bring your music down. Let's hear you.
It's not about culture. It's about skin color. So that's the issue. But I'm just gonna leave it at that.
When you say it's not about culture, this is problematic because a lot of Black Americans seem to be in agreement with the people that you're speaking about who have an issue with skin color.
Well, it's because they don't know any better and they don't read, and a lot of them are just getting stuff from the internet.
But you see what I'm saying, right? Because
could you elaborate on the skin color
Yeah, I
thing?
wanna
Like,
know
what do you
because-
mean specifically? Because when it comes to skin color, if you go to the Caribbean, even in Puerto Rico and Haiti, Jamaica, it tends to be that people of lighter skin complexion are typically at the top.
Same way.
So it's like
it's still not the same here, in the sense that you're not wrong for like it's. I've been in the skin a long time, and there are laws written based on skin color, not culture. So a lot of times immigrants.
You mean here in the States they have laws written on
skin
skin
color,
color?
not
Skin
culture.
color.
So I'm not gonna get into that topic too much because I don't want to. But a lot of laws and stuff are written based on skin color and not culture.
Well, you gotta put it. All right, so put it like this, right? Unfortunately for us as Black people, and you can say Latinos too, in that degree, in a sense,
Yeah,
we're still considered. What is it? 1/8 or or 2/8 of a human.
3/5 of a man.
3/5 of a man, right?
Is it still
Right.
like
So-
that in the legalities?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
In that regard, you gotta look at things. Like, look, I can tell you straight up off the rip, right? Me being a city worker, right, and you being a city worker as well, the influx that came, right, I don't want to say immigrant, let's say outsiders that came in, boom, they came into the schools, right? Now, mind you, parents, they're not even catching on because of the distractions that everything's going on. But in reality, you got to look at it like, oh snap, my child's percentage of getting education thereof, that's going to get decreased because of what's happening. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that it's happening, but I think what it is that the narrative is being overspun to a negative place. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like what Torres said, right? Yeah, if you take them out the equation, right? Let's say take all Hispanics, and that's from Puerto Rican, Dominican, Colombian, Mexican, Ecuadorian, Brazilian, wherever the case may be, anything of that extent or of that origin, right? You take them out. Yeah, shit is going to get messed up out here. But what happened is, right, and this is the key thing that we can all go back to, what happened was that people got too comfortable, right? Didn't think of the longevity of the impact of that happening, right? So now everybody's starting to internalize, wait, hold on. If they do this, what can happen? And it's like, yo, it's total bullshit at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to me, the reality is that there needs to be a general consensus of us melanated people that recognize each other as the folks that need to conglomerate on what it is that we're trying to achieve inside of this country.
Right.
Whether you're just and I got to use the word immigrant. My parents are immigrants, right? I'm a first generation American and proud to be here,
right,
and have citizenship and be born here and entitled to everything that everybody else got. It is not my fault that someone who generationally their family has been in this country still hasn't kicked their oppressors to the curb.
You know why? Divisiveness.
Oh yeah, by
That's
far.
what they want us to keep on doing. Is being divisive.
Before we could assimilate into the culture and assimilate into like what American U.S. culture, whatever that looks like, whatever that is, right?
Whatever it was.
There's too much divisiveness amongst our people, right? We got East Coast, West Coast, North and South, light skin, dark skin,
right,
gay and straight, Puerto Rican versus Dominican, Haitian versus Jamaican, blood versus Crip.
The Matrix loves the divisiveness.
That we done. That's all we're focused on. And then my thing is the algorithms on social media, they push that narrative, right? Because if you look at TikTok in China, if you guys know,
oh yeah, they don't have
they don't push none of this malarkey that we push. They're pushing education stuff. Their kids are getting smarter. They graduate high school by like 12, and over here we got the stupid dances, the dumbass challenges, and we are consciously, subconsciously, directly, like making our kids retarded.
Let me add in on that too, right? So I know, I think it was like during around NFT NYC when I was like filming live about what was going on. So it was I forgot the name of the lady. She was showing China like China leads in AI in the whole world, right? Like they're the leading country in AI, and this shit just hit me and clicked. I said, oh, now it makes sense why China is separating away from the United States. It's not because only just a cultural thing, or for that matter, a financial status thing. Oh no, this is because they know, okay, they're the leading country in the number one component that is running this world right now, which is AI. Let's just keep it a buck. AI is running everything. It runs tech, it runs our phones, it runs trains, it runs everything. So if I'm a country and I have the leading component that runs this world, why the hell would I want to do anything with you?
Data is the new gold.
Right.
At one point in time, how the Arab Emirates and Dubai, how they're one of the richest countries because they have the oil.
Right.
The data and the tech is the new gold. So therefore, the East, the China, the Japanese of the world, they're the ones that's going to be the leaders.
Yep.
Right. And they know that. Yep. Right. They are the biggest exporters of goods across the country. And the US is the biggest importers. We spend the most money with them. You know what I'm saying? And plus the population-wise, going back to your original question of socialism, they have a social currency system. If you cross the street and you do it, whatever, instead of giving you like a ticket, whatever, they shame you publicly.
Yes.
They'll put your name and your picture, whatever, on a big-ass screen.
And this is where we're headed.
We are. Also, not only that, but also, for example, right, they have a system, right? Let's say you go for a loan in the US, right? They check your credit score. They have a social credit score. They have 200 different rubrics and scoring models that they'll check off to see if you're a qualified candidate. One of the qualifications of getting a loan is to see if your cell phone is on low most of the time. If your cell phone is closer to fully charged, your social credit score is higher. Why? Because you're responsible enough to keep your phone charged, because everything over there you need your phone for.
Do you hear the type of algorithms that they're running?
They've been doing it.
They've been that forever.
They've been doing it.
They've been doing it.
So to everyone that's listening right now here, paying attention here on the
son.
Butters Basic Show,
Shit is wicked,
there's a
son.
reason why we have to have these great conversations about the way humanity is moving, you know. So we're gonna Torres, tell the people real quick in between, where can they find you?
Yes, so if you want to find me on social media, you're more than welcome. As TORRES, the number 1 PR, like public relations in Puerto Rico. You can also find me on my websites if you want to book a consultation, learn more about financial literacy for personal or business or lending. That'll be www.oneprcredit.com, ONEPRcredit.com, and also ONEPRbusiness.com, oneprbusiness.com. You can find out for any business. So if you are a small, medium, or enterprise-sized businesses looking to build your business credit and get funding and lending on the EIN number, you're more than welcome to hit me up for the free 30-minute consultation, and I'll be able to assist you with that.
All right. And so Chase, before we, we're gonna do. Yeah, I just want to quickly ask, Cardi B throwing. Was she throw the microphone?
Oh, the microphone. Yeah, that was crazy.
Okay, so her throwing the microphone, would that have lowered her credit score? Her social credit score?
If she lived in China, I think that would be considered assault and battery with a deadly weapon, and she probably would have got a lower score.
So as the rules evolve here in the United States of America, corporation, can we get in trouble for that here with our credit?
Eventually we will. Like when we come back from the break, right? When we start talking about the Fed now, we start talking about central bank digital currencies, we will see how that will implement.
Did you see homegirl go to Dubai and scream at somebody at a car dealership and get arrested?
There's the law of the land and law of the sea.
Right.
And
they don't play that.
That's how they operate.
They don't play that.
But let me tell you something now real quick before we talk about that. When we started this show, Chase got some bangers I never heard before, and I don't know. Like you got the plug to mad independent unsigned artists I've never even heard before.
He produces the music.
Oh, hey, man, listen.
I didn't know that.
We play in-house
Worldwide Sound Records, you heard?
I did not know. Shout out to him for having some bangers.
We heard.
So what are we about to do, Chase? What you want to do? You want to?
Yeah, because I got a DJ, so we're gonna do like till 3:30. Rock it out.
All right. So what we did was, guys, just to wrap up, we did talk definitely about social credit scores and the rabbit hole of how money works.
I'm telling you, this could be a bi-weekly or monthly joint. We talk about this for 2 hours because it gets deep.
I mean, and I love to do that because I love to talk about how the disenfranchised can get empowered.
Hopefully they listen. That's my goal. Like my thing is, like we spoken before. Obviously, I don't want to hold up too much because Chase got to play his music. But all I say is whatever was said today, at the very least, not because I said it. Please do your independent research. Just because I said doesn't mean it's right. All I said, you know, what I'm saying, please make sure that you take the information and do something with it, right? You know, do your own due diligence, do your own research, DYOR always, and just take somebody to adhere to it because things are changing drastically, and if we don't make a difference, we're gonna get left behind. We're already behind.
Yeah,
we're gonna get
super
further
behind.
left
What's
behind.
crazy is
We're
that you
super
said
behind.
get left behind. Anytime somebody says that to me, I'm like, yo, I'm moving at God's speed. And I know that may sound unrealistic to some people, that God's speed is just not enough to catch up. When things need to slow down, power to the people will make it be at God's speed how we're moving.
That's a fact.
So we just got to make sure we stay in tune with each other
Yo.
and stay correlated with how this thing works. We can't just bank on luck, chance, and maybe and see what benefits they give us. They no longer exist in this realm of reality where the reset is. We have to be powerful enough within self to make sure that we are moving towards a prosperous legacy. And it doesn't mean prosperous in their terms of reality, money, and currency. We are the currency, and we're going to figure out how we can make sure that the legacy remains prosperous, ahead of the game. The makers of the game have to make sure that they are studying us. The algorithm we put out is what they depend upon. So understanding that we are the overstanding of any algorithm that they analyze.
Absolutely.
This is how we're gonna move, and
Facts.
I so appreciate you being
Thank
here.
you for having me once again. Thank you, Chase, Remo, Merak, my man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate y'all. Once again, rest in peace, my man, Jerome Lounge.
Yes, rest in peace to the
we're
God,
celebrating
to the
life.
king,
and once again, God bless everybody. Thank you for your time.
Sure. And Chase, you want to talk real quick about the 50th anniversary of hip hop?
Next week, so you know
we can do that next week.
Yeah, we're done next week because it's next Saturday, right?
Yo, shout out to everybody that has been
next
participating
weekend's
in anything celebrating 50 years of hip hop. I'm so happy to be an intricate part of what some folks may call underground backpack, or we are the purveyors of the culture. As I said last week, we are the ones that gatekeep who's moving forward.
DJs,
we're the ones,
as hosts, as not underground. We not underground. We majorly independent. But with that being said, that's why Torres can hear new music, because guys like me really, I get music, like artists send
we're
me
not
music.
on repeat every 20 seconds,
you know
with
what
the
I'm saying?
same joints.
So
Worldwide Sound Records broke a
exclusive
lot of
music,
people.
and I try my best, because a lot of these people are like, oh, DJs don't break records. That's bull crap, because I break records every week. I got somebody new that y'all like, that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so actually this is a new artist, a young Puerto Rican artist from the Bronx. So I produced the record.
So you gonna close out the show, guys?
Yeah, we out of here.
So guys, if you want to follow us, make sure you do so at Butters Basic Show. Make sure you're following Worldwide Record Sounds.
Worldwide Sounds Records.
Excuse me.
Worldwide Sounds Records.
Worldwide Sounds Records.
You know where it came from? It came from DJ crews, like Sounds Crew. Crew. That's where the name came from. It was a DJ crew originally. That's where it came from.
So say it one more time.
Worldwide Sounds Records with the Z.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
So guys, we see you again next week. Make sure that you are following the Instagram. Please show some love to my co-host.
Yes.
The DJ.
Right. To get that credit
right. Torres, you will be back.
August 24th. God damn it.
I know you enjoyed yourself. We're gonna have a great time, guys. Shout outs to Punch. Shout outs to Remo for his upcoming project release.
Yes. What, is you gonna be there?
You gonna be there? Yeah. No, you're on the list. You on the list? You on the list, son?
Once again, the ancestors. Yo, thanks for paving the way, and we're gonna continue to do so for this legacy. It's the Butters Basic Show, aka anger management for the diaspora, the platform for the unknown to get known. Make sure you check us out. Butter is always in the mix, as you know, at Butters Basic Show. Much love and respect, everybody. Peace.
We out of here.
Hey. Yeah, opinion on that beat.
1 2 1 2. We out of here. The Butter Basics Show. You know what it is, man. My guy Opinion, DJ Chase. Not even out yet. What New York City sounds like. Let's go.
DJ Chase.
They don't want no beef when no P on that beat. Why these rappers looking tired like
Once again, follow us on Butter Basics Show on that Instagram, DTFradio.com. We out of here tonight. I'm at Shillelagh Tavern, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Shillelagh Tavern, Astoria. You know what it is. We here. I got REEMO MERAK. You know what it is. Butters. Big Apple Butters. Let's go.
Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, opinion on that beat.
Opinion. DJ Chase.
They don't want no beef when no P on that beat. They don't want no beef when no P on that beat. They don't want no beef when no P on that beat. What?
Hold on, DJ Chase, bring it back, bring it back.
Hey, hey.
We outside. You know what it is.
Opinion on that beat.
DJ Chase.
Let's go. Let's go. Opinion. We know what it is. Big Bronx. Let's go.
No beef when no P on that beat. Why these rappers looking tired? Like tell them take a seat. They not ready for this new wave. I'm prone to dropping heat. Hey, lyrically you gotta.